Hello and welcome to the Clinical Entrepreneur Show, the place to be where we talk about building healthcare brand of positive influence. I am your host Meghana, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about ideation. So stay tuned with me till the end of this video. If you are running an organization, this question would be constantly in your head, that how you can add on new services in order to make your clinic profitable. How you will promote your clinic, how you will reach out to people and let them know that your service exists to help them, and how will you build a brand of positive influence. As a clinical entrepreneur, all this responsibility is in your head, and in order to fulfill this responsibility beautifully, you need a good bank of ideas. So where does this all ideas come from? Ideas are the fuel for your organization. They prevent you from getting into that state of stagnancy. Hence, more fresh ideas you come up in a regular basis, more fresh would be your organization, and at the end, your organization will flourish. So, what are the sources, techniques, and ways with which you can come up with some amazing ideas? So here in this video, I'm going to list down some ways which can help you out to come up with some great ideas. Let's get started. Source number one is existing patients. You know you have a good amount of patients who regularly come to you. The feedbacks that these patients gives, the suggestion that they give, the complaints they have, every single thing could be a great source of ideas. These all comments, feedbacks, if you keep a constant watch on and keen eye on, and if you think about it more in detail, you will let to know your ideas, some great and amazing ideas are hidden behind these comments. So do ensure you keep an eye on this all comments that you get. And if you do not have some time to go through each and every comment that you get, you can take the help of analytics here. Analytics is something that is driving our entire world right now. Data analytics is booming, and every single organization, be it small, medium to large, uses data to back up their ideas. And same thing you can do for yourself. So do ensure you collect good amount of data, you come up with some good conclusions, some good meaningful content out of this data, and this data itself would be helpful in coming up with some great ideas. Coming to the next second way or a second technique from which you can get good ideas, existing services. Just list down what all services you are providing right now. You need to think how you can add up something, what is lacking, what something new can be added, how you can innovate here, how you can bring something new, something different that is not existing anywhere. This needs some time, but if you think over it, you will definitely get an amazing answer. So that's the source number two for coming up with a great idea. Source number three for getting great idea is your demographic data. Since you have got this bank of patients who come to you over and over again, you would definitely have a good information about their demographic. Demographies like age, sex, location from which they belong to, their educational background, their professional background, their preferences, every single thing gives you a good amount of ideas that can help you out in coming up with some good ways which you can utilize in introducing a new service or else promoting your service. So here you need your smartness, your intellect to come up with some great, awesome ideas with the help of this data. Coming to the next way or else next source for generating great ideas are unexpected occurrences. When you run a clinic, I am pretty sure there would be some instances where things doesn't go smoothly. The things will happen that you never imagined, that you were not prepared of. And these occurrences, although they are small, but could be a great source of insight for you in order to improvise yourself and come up with some great idea that can help you to stay competitive, stay ahead of competition. So keep a keen eye on all these unexpected occurrences and involve your team around you in figuring out how you can turn this unexpected occurrence into a new opportunity. That's what is ideation about. Next is, now we live in an era where technology is changing every single day. Gone are the days when we used to sit in front of desktop in order to get these emails and reports, etc. Now everything is possible in tap of the button, and that's the technology shift that has happened right now. Same way, this is going to continue always. There would be always a new technology that will come. As a clinical entrepreneur, it's your job, your responsibility to keep an eye on what all new technologies are coming in your space or maybe in the technology space, and how you can utilize those technology in your advantage and come up with some great idea which nobody else is doing. And the biggest example of that is using artificial intelligence or AI in your day-to-day practice or its day-to-day running. I know it sounds little intimidating, but if you look, there are many startups, many brands who are coming up with some AI-based products and services that you can utilize in order to take your business, your clinical practice to the next level. Next is existing processes and inefficiencies. Inefficiencies can happen anytime. Whatever is your process of running a clinic, it could be a streamlined process wherein patient enters to the reception, a reception greets the patient, collects the data or it collects the demographic and all the patient details, and then asks that patient to wait, and then sends to the doctor, and then doctor takes the consultation and sends back to the patient. If that is also in process, that is in flow, if you look at it closely and involve your team members into this, it could be your front end desk members, it could be your nurses, it could be your receptionist, it could be your doctors itself. If you look closely, there would be some gaps that will exist in your process. If you refine those gaps, if you make those gaps more efficient, definitely it helps you in taking your clinic to the next level. And these gaps itself are a source of great ideas. So all you need to do is just collect your team together, sit one day and draw that entire process that is being followed in your clinic. Figure out where all these discrepancies exist, and then brainstorm and come up with some amazing ideas how you can innovatively tackle those discrepancies. Coming to the next source of information or its next source of ideas, large scale trends. Now trends can be seen everywhere. There are viral trends, there are social media trends, there are technology trends, there are management trends, there are treatment trends. There are trends that will exist always. How you can utilize this bigger trend in your small organization, it's an art, and if you utilize those art, you will definitely get some amazing ideas to turn your clinic into a massive success. For example, if there is this trend of use of cell phones over desktops in among people, instead of coming up with a website, what if you come up with a mobile phone application of your own clinic? It is a great idea. People can interact with you on the phone. The mobile phone application is much more interactive than a desktop website. So that's an idea that you can get by just following a large scale trend, which is people are using more cell phones over desktops or laptops, especially in our country. This is just a small example. There are many ways with which you can follow different large scale trends that's happening in our country. Look at them and figure out how you can come up with some amazing bank of ideas which you can utilize in future to take your clinic to the next level. These were the sources from which you can get some amazing ideas. So what to do with this information? Once you have got this bulk of information available in front of you, now it is time to brainstorm, to think and ideate and bring those real ideas in front of you, especially in a physical format. So it could be a written format, it could be stored in your desktop, in your walls, in your whiteboards, etc. But this is important. I'm going to share with you that can help you to come up with great ideas with the sources that I mentioned in this video, involving your team and the people who are involved in your business. Method number 1 is brainstorming session. What is brainstorming session? Brainstorming session is nothing but a day that you put aside for you as well as your team members, where they collaborate in an environment that is different from the regular environment or is the routine workspace. This place is open for innovation, open for creativity, and it's open for making mistakes. because any idea is not perfect at the first go. It needs refining, and that comes by first initiating with one single rough idea. So gather your team members, go to a cafeteria, or else book a conference hall, or else it could be an outdoor space where entire team can come up together. You raise one problem statement or else one thing or one point that you want to solve, and allow your team to come up with great ideas. Do not resist a mistaken or else a wrong idea. Just keep on allowing more amount of ideas that you collect in your this brainstorming sheet. Then you get this time to then divert and group out different ideas that you have collected and work on it and refine it over and over again. That's the best method of coming up with some amazing ideas in collaboration with your team members. And this is being used by most of the organization, most of the successful organizations in this world. So why you are waiting for? Do ensure in the next month you gather your team and start doing this brainstorming session with them. Coming to the next method of coming up with great ideas is mind mapping. Now, mind mapping is something that you would do alone. Here, team approach doesn't work much. So if you as a clinical entrepreneur needs to come up with some different ideas, you want to solve a particular problem, mind mapping can be a great way. And the good part of mind mapping is the canvas on which you map out your mind is huge, it's extensive, and it could be a tiny one as well. All you need is a whiteboard, a white paper, or else even book. Just raise one point around which you want to come up with different ideas and just start branching out different ways, different solutions, whatever that comes into your mind in order to solve that particular problem. You will never know at the end what kind of innovative idea would be there in your hands. So friends, these were some of the sources and techniques that can help you out in coming up with great ideas which you can utilize to either scale up your business or promote your clinic or else do branding for your clinic. I hope you find this video useful. If you have got any doubts around this topic or else any other topics on which I have made this video, do ensure you mention them in the comment section below. I'll see you in another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.